Hi guys, it's DJ here from Cozy RC, and just look at my beautiful new hydroplane. I'm going to tell you everything about it. We're going to Maiden run it in this video, so stay tuned. Guys, I'm stoked about this one. It's one of the latest additions to my fleet, and just look at how gorgeous this boat is. It's really beautiful, and I'm really happy with it. This is a MHZ hydroplane. It is 26 inches long or 655 millimeters. MHZ is one of the top quality RC boat builders. It's a German brand, so yeah, if you're into RC boats, you know that the Germans can build boats. And actually this boat is also assembled by a German, because these boats are sold as an empty hull and you have to build up the boat yourself. So it's not like Powerboat or Traxxas where you buy a RTR boat. This is really for the intermediate to professional RC boat builders. I bought it second hand, so it was already fully assembled, and I'm going to tell you what kind of spec is installed. So let's open it up. So when we look on the inside, right away you can see this beautiful strong carbon kevlar reinforcement. And looking at the logo of MHZ, it looks like it was ordered with the carbon kevlar. So I think it came like this from the factory. And also, well, it's very difficult to show you, but when I look at the inside, at the seam, I can see that it is reinforced with some carbon tape. So yeah, this boat is really built beautifully. Basically, this boat is a fiberglass hull, but it is reinforced with carbon kevlar. When we take a look at the hatch, the cowl, you can see that it is made from fiberglass. It has a nice flotation piece, so in the event that I lose it, it will stay afloat. That is a top tip right away. If you have a hatch, always put flotation in it, because I know from experience you can lose your hatch from the boat and you don't want it to sink. This boat is built up with a 4S setup, so it has a triple S 3660 motor, 2600 kV, and all the way in the front over here there's a Hobby King Sea King 120 amp speed controller. It's water cooled, same as the motor, you can see, water cooling jacket. And the lipos are 2x2S, and they are all the way in the front at this moment. But actually after the maiden run, which I already did at this moment, I noticed that maybe I have to place the lipos a little bit more backwards again, because the boat was kind of nose heavy. You can see that in the video later on. There is a 4.76 millimeter flex shaft installed. I will take it out in a minute. And this is I think an MHZ coupler, original coupler, like a collet style. And it also has a shaft aligner over here, which is a very nice feature. So it has a pivot point here, and you can basically adjust the shaft height, and that way you can align it, and it's also a support right away for the brass tube. And also this brass tube is glued in the hull very nicely. So the builder did a very neat job. Over here we got the steering servo. It's integrated in a carbon plate which is glued on the deck and the bottom of the hull, so it's very strong assembly. And then over here we got the fins, and an interesting feature of these fins is that they are easily removable, and they are connected with some 4mm gold banana plugs, which are used for, well, let's say, for batteries, for lipos, and for motor wires. And I think this is a pretty smart way. It also fits kind of snug, and it's easily removable. Actually, I started the maiden run without the fins, because yeah, I didn't know how the hull performed and I didn't want to lose them. So I started without the fins, and then when I noticed that the boat was kind of nose heavy, I decided to put the fins on to add some weight in the back. Also, these fins from the inside are supported by a carbon bracket. So below the fin there's a carbon bracket. Maybe I can show it on this side. Over here, also supporting the deck to the bottom, make it a very strong assembly. At the transom there's this beautiful combination of a strut and rudder. This is an awesome setup. I asked my boat friend Olaf, shout out to you Olaf, about the maker of this strut and rudder combination, but yeah, he didn't recognize it and it might be handmade. This is a very beefy strut, and also this rudder has basically no play whatsoever and it just looks gorgeous. Some holes for weight reduction, very smooth operation, so yeah, I really like it. So taking out the flex shaft, this is a 4.76 millimeter flex shaft, or I think for the US viewers it's 3/16. And the prop shaft itself is pretty beefy. It's about 6 millimeters. Yes, it's like 604. So that is, yeah, really beefy stuff, and I really like it. For such a small hydro, I think you could get away with a 4 millimeter shaft, but this is just some quality stuff. I bought this hydro with this prop, and I think it's a 638, so 1.6 pitch and a 38 millimeter diameter. And since I already ran the boat, I think that this prop works okay-ish, but I think this hydro will work better with a little bigger prop, like a 40 millimeter prop. So I will definitely try a 40 millimeter prop next time. The rudder blade is a homemade carbon fiber blade, nicely sharpened. It has a breakaway screw, and I think the thickness of the rudder blade is yes, 2 millimeter. And then over here we got the turn fin. It's also made from carbon fiber, and it also has a breakaway screw. So you see it has a small bend. First experience after the maiden run is that this turn fin doesn't work well with this boat. It could also be the lipo position, which I just have to shift backwards. So I will first try to shift them back. But the boat was hooking in the turn and basically spinning out. So I go into the turn, it starts the turn and then just throws the backside around. And well, obviously hydros are made to turn fast, but so far this one doesn't really. But I will sort it out. First place the lipos backwards, and if that doesn't work, I will just change the turn fin out. I'm sure that it will be resolved. Finally, before I will show you the maiden run footage, let's have a look at the bottom side of the hull. I did some light blueprinting, or actually just some sanding of the running surfaces, so that's why they look a bit dull. You can see there are some low spots here, so maybe I will blueprint it later on. And it also has two rear skis, so to say, and on the right rear ski there's the water cooling pickup integrated. Pretty nice. Actually, this water cooling pickup was like extruded from the running surface, which I didn't like at all, because that is not as efficient as just flush mounted, and it will pick up water anyway, so that's why I made it flush. When this hydro is set up well, it will just float on a cushion of air, just sometimes hitting the water with the running with the front running pads and running on the prop. So yeah, it's really spectacular with the turn fin hooking in the water for the turns. This is really a spectacular hull when it is set up well. So to show you some footage, let's go to the maiden run. Here we are at the pond with my MHZ Hydro, and we're going to run it on 4S with a 3665 2600 kV motor. This is a 638 prop if I'm not mistaken. We're also going to put the GPS Unfortunately, it is pretty choppy and pretty windy, so I hope that it is going well. Let's see. Start. Yes. Stop. Read. 3. Start. Alright, it works. I'm running without the wings because let's first see how the boat will go. I think the wings are prone to flying off or maybe even damaging. So that's why I don't run with the wings. Here we go, guys. Maiden run. I'm excited. Oh wow, awesome. Nice. Oh, wow. All right. Wow, awesome. Nice. Oh yes, I like this boat already. Wow, it turns very sharp. It hooks in the turn, let's say. And it takes a while before it goes on step, but nice. Okay, make a right turn. Try to get it a little bit closer for you guys. Oh, shoot. Alright, I flipped it. Let's bring the rescue boat out. We got it. There we go. So yeah, the handling of this hydro is still a bit unpredictable to me, but hey, it's the maiden run, so it's no surprise. Oh, let's get it. Yes, there we go. Actually, my rescue boat is also kind of a fun boat. It's an old FRV eco hull, which was actually a racing hull in the past. Let's check the speed. So we got signal. Yes. What's this? Stop. Read. 80. Not bad. I think this prop is a little bit small for this hull. You know what? Let's start again. Try again. Yeah, I was going to say, I think this prop is a bit small. So I'm definitely going to try a bigger prop later on. Wow, sure is fast. Let's make a straight here. Okay, go through the turn carefully and then wow, nice. Yeah, I like the running behavior. But I have to be careful a little bit in the corners. And then there we go again. Maybe the center of gravity is too much forward actually. Oh, there we go again. Hooking in the turn. Yeah, it looks like the center of gravity is too much forward, so I have to sort that out. Other than that, yeah, it's running nice. I like it. And I think that the prop is too small. But we can also sort that out. Yeah, it's running too wet. Nice. There's a swan in the middle of the pond. Well, I guess I'm in his pond, so I'm the visitor today. Nice. Against the wind, it runs better because it runs lighter. You see, with the wind, it is running too wet. Let's see about the speed. Stop. Yes. Stop. Read. 81. Nice. Alright. Okay, maybe, just maybe, I will put the fins on, because the fins will actually shift the center of gravity to the back. But I have to drive carefully. So let's put them on. Looks great like this. And let's try again with the fins. Wow. Okay. Carefully make a turn. Wow, nice. Definitely looks better with the fins. Okay, make a wide corner around the swan, and then, oh wow, it's got a bit light there. Yeah, I have to experiment with the right size and shape of the turn fin. Okay, let's quit it, because I think that the lipo is drained. That was awesome. I really love the looks of this boat on the water. And there are some tweaks to be made. One of them is the center of gravity, which has to shift a little bit backwards. And another one is the turn fin. We're going to address that. Probably I'm going to use or try a little bigger turn fin. Okay, let's take off the tape. And check the Okay, nice. Looking good. I think there is a little water in the hole. Yeah, just maybe a few drops. Nice. Alright. How about the motor temp? Oh, the motor is actually quite warm. Wow. Surprised about that actually. Didn't expect that. Wow. I didn't bring my temp gun, but it feels kind of hot actually. Let's disconnect the lipos. Alright. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Will be continued for sure. We're going to tweak it, set it up nicely, and then we're going to run it again for sure. So stay tuned, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!